Good evening, guys, and welcome to Pawpaw Storytime. It's Sunday evening, about dinner time, so it's about the time we normally do these. I haven't been home that long. I had to do a bunch of running today. It's been a pretty long weekend. But on the plus side, I got to see a whole lot of you guys this weekend at different points. I always feel unprepared, but we're just going to jump right into it. I know that last week I was looking for this. This is our itinerary for the year. It's got holidays marked in with stories, but it's also got these like blank spots. And we were going to be doing votes, but your Grammy was the only one that was ever voting. And not that it's not okay for Grammy to have all the votes and win. It would be cool if we kind of stirred it up a little bit, just so to say. Okay, so last week I said I thought we were going to be doing the drawing from the cup, the Go Away I'm Reading mug, but it's not. We are super close to the end of Ramadan, which is going to be it ends next week, and it started back on February 28th. So we're going to read the Max Celebrates Ramadan, which is the one I think we've had. This will be our third time reading a story for Ramadan. I think I'm going to try to find another one. I know that we're probably super limited on little storybooks for Ramadan, but I want to try a different one. This is our second read through it. We will be doing the drawing today, but it'll be for the storybook that we're going to pick out for next week. So we'll do that in just a minute. I picked up some books. One I had ordered from Amazon a long time ago, and these other ones I actually got a pretty good deal on. So I'm really looking forward to putting them in the mix. We're going to do that before we pick our book. Okay, so the first, I've got spots for them already picked out, but we got, back when I ordered some of Nate's birthday presents, I found this one. It's called Agent Oxalotl. So that's a cute little story that's going to go in the thing. We got some Dr. Seuss books. One's by Dr. Seuss and one's by Marilyn Sadler. It's just a Dr. Seuss beginning readers club book, and it's called It's Not Easy Being a Bunny. The Dr. Seuss one that he wrote is What Pet Should I Get? And then I got some really cool golden books here. We got the Gilmore Girls. I don't know how many of you guys know about the Gilmore Girls. I know that some of the older people watching probably know who it is. This one is Friends. F is for Friends. If you don't know what that is, ask your parents about that show. Both of those shows, Gilmore Girls and Friends. And then this one, this is really cool. And I don't know if any of you guys have ever heard of this. Next time you come up, ask me about the Golden Girls. And we'll see if we can find an episode, and I'll show you what that show's from. All of these, I thought they were really cool. They all kind of mean something cool to me. So I think they're awesome. So I'm going to leave you guys here for just a second. I'm going to go stick these books where they go, and then we're going to do our drawings. So give me 2 seconds. I'll be back in a flash. You guys still hanging out? Just hold on. Just hold on a second. All right. Now, I'm back. So now we'll do our drawing real quick to see which book we're going to read next week. And the way that we're going to do this is Go Away I'm Reading mug. We're going to put in 1, 2. That's row 1 and row 2. Shake it up. We're going to reach in here. We're going to pick row 1. Set that off to the side. Now we're going to put in slot A, slot B, C, and D. We're going to mix those up a little bit too. We're going to reach in here. We're going to pull out C. So we're in row 1, slot C. We're going to pick a book out from there. And then to find out where we're going to put the dice in, we got 3 dice. We're going to roll the dice. And it looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to go to slot 9. I'm going to turn this thing around so that you guys can see me. pull it out of slot 9. So we're going to rotate that down here. So we're in row 1, slot C. It's going to start right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we're going to re-rotate this back so you guys can see me again. And that position there, that slot there, is some of the older donated library books that I got right after the fire from my friend Susan. They called Ring Ring when I went to school. We were in the 6th grade together. Actually, we went to other grades, but we got our nicknames from Mr. Thompson. Anyways, so it looks like we got Bubba the Cowboy Prince, A Fractured Texas Tale by Helen Ketterman. So it looks like this might be one of our longer reads, but this is going to be a pretty good story, I think. We're going to set it right over here, and we're going to read stuff for this week now. Let me see. Oh, before we get started, Ramadan stuff here, right? Oh, look at that. My hair's wild. I'm sweaty today. I need to go take a shower and relax the rest of the night. So I got Ramadan. Muslims celebrate Ramadan because it's believed to be the time when the Quran, Islam's holy book, was revealed to the Prophet Muhammad. Most families observe Ramadan by fasting, prayer, and charitable or good deeds. And I put a note on here that I've read this every time I've ever read this description to you guys, that ever since I was a kid, I've always heard it referred to as the religion of peace. Some people believe differently, but I actually have some Muslim friends. And Ramadan is the most important month of the Islamic calendar. It's the month in which the first verses of the Quran were revealed to the Prophet Muhammad. During Ramadan, Muslims around the world fast from sunrise to sunset. Why is it Ramadan? Why is Ramadan called Ramadan? Because it's the 9th month of the Islamic lunar calendar, and it lasts either 29 or 30 days, depending on the new crescent moon, whether it should be visible. The Arabic term Ramadan connotes or implies intense heat. It seems that in pre-Islamic Arabia, Ramadan was the name of the scorching hot summer month. In the Islamic calendar, however, the timing of the Ramadan varies from year to year. This year's Ramadan will begin at sunset February 28th, which was already passed, and then give or take a day depending on the new moon, and it'll run through March 29th, which is next Saturday. An Islamic year is roughly 11 days shorter than a Gregorian year. And the Gregorian year, by my understanding, is the calendar that we use. What is the significance of Ramadan? It is a period of fasting and spiritual growth, and is one of the 5 pillars of Islam, the others being the declaration of faith, the daily prayer, almsgiving, and the pilgrimage to Mecca. Able-bodied Muslims are expected to abstain from eating, drinking, and adult relations from dawn to sunset, so only at night, each day of the month. Many practicing Muslims also perform additional prayers, especially at night, and attempt to recite the entire Quran. The prevailing belief among Muslims is that it was the final 10 nights of Ramadan that the Quran was first revealed to the Prophet Muhammad. There's a lot of different stuff in all these different religions, and there's a lot of different people that practice different religions, and it's very important to respect everybody's belief. You don't have to believe the same thing that they do. I don't think I believe in hardly any of the same things that most of the people I know do. It's about showing respect. Okay. We are going to open today with reading from Don't Sweat the Small Stuff for Teens. It says simple ways to keep your cool in stressful times. We are on page 41, chapter 15, and it says, be happy for others. Already off to a good start. It's a good start. I love this strategy because it's one of the easiest and surest ways to reduce your stress and become a happier person. It's also a way that you can be of service to others. Anyone can do it, and all it takes is a slight shift in attitude. It's very seductive to get into what I like to call the envy habit. Even though it's hard to admit, it's tempting to be a little jealous or envious when someone you know is experiencing joy or success. 19-year-old Diane confessed that when her best friend Denise had fallen in love, she was green with envy. Denise was totally happy, and although Diane was told Denise was so happy for her, she was having thoughts like, how come it didn't happen to me? When you can take a step back and look at the typical reaction more carefully, it's easy to see that the person hurt by the reaction is Diane. Her failure to be genuinely happy for her friend interferes with her own ability to be happy. It limits her own joy by keeping her focused on what her own needs, wants, and desires. When you wish others well, however, and share in their happiness, you get to experience their happiness with them. In a predictable and reliable way, your mental enthusiasm translates into feelings of inner happiness. Whether your friend made the team or you didn't, whether someone you know got into a certain college or made an A on an exam, or got a great job that you would love to have for yourself, it's all the same. Whenever you make the conscious choice to share in the happiness of others, you're guaranteeing a certain amount of joy for yourself. Have you ever been really excited about something and shared it with someone who said, "That's great," but you know he didn't really mean it? It's a very deflating experience that takes some of the thrill away from the person doing the sharing. It sure doesn't make you want to tell them the next time something happens. I'll bet you'll agree that one of the greatest joys in the world is being able to share your happiness or success with someone else, and having that person be as happy for you as you are. My friend Benjamin is like that. Whenever I'm happy about something, I can't wait to share it with him, because every single time I do, it's almost like he's having one of my experience. He's thrilled for me, and all ears listening to every part of the story. My joy is his joy. It's one of the things I love most about him. My goal is to be that kind of friend too. There's no specific way to do this. All you have to do is agree that being happy for others is important and in your best interest. Then you simply make the choice to be genuinely happy for others when they are happy, experiencing good fortune, or have achieved something they are proud of. If you extend your philosophy to your friends, parents, siblings, and others, you'll be enhancing your joy, being a great friend and daughter or son, and helping to spread happiness on earth. You'll be part of the solution in the creation of a kinder and gentler world. That's got to probably be one of my favorite chapters out of that. I'm going to have to put a special bookmark in there. That might be my favorite chapter in this one. Stick that off to the side because it'll go back in rotation. And then our story for today that we've read before is Max Celebrates Ramadan. Okay. And it's by Adria F. Warsham. And it says, Max and Omar are good friends. Max is going to Omar's house. Omar's family is Muslim. They believe in the religion called Islam. Omar's family is having a big feast to celebrate the end of Ramadan. Omar tells Max that adults and some older children fast during Ramadan. They do not eat or drink anything during the day. He tells Max that Ramadan lasts for 1 month. During Ramadan, Muslim people read their holy book. It's called the Quran. Omar's whole family is at the house. His aunts, uncles, and cousins are there too. They are all there for this joyful day. Everyone has brought special foods to share. Omar tells Max that fasting teaches people how to give. Max and Omar help set the table. Looking at all the good food makes them hungry. They can't wait to eat. Omar's father tells Max that this special holiday is called Eid al-Fitr. God, I hope I didn't mess that up. I feel like I mess it up every time I read the book. Eid al-Fitr means celebration of the end of fasting. It marks the end of the month of Ramadan. Omar's family is happy that Max joined them for the celebration. Max thanks Omar and his family. Max learned a lot about Ramadan. The end. Oh, there's a bunch of Max books. I'll have to check that out and see if I can find some more stuff that Max does. But this is really cool. I might keep this story. I don't know. I'll see if I can find a different Ramadan story. But, you know, it just reminds me, like, have you ever invited somebody, maybe that didn't have the same belief as you, or watched your parents, your family invite people over for like Christmas dinner or a holiday thing that they didn't participate in, but they ate with you, and you could explain to them, like, we believe in Christmas, or if you're Christian, you can say, we believe that this was the day that Jesus was born, and that's why we celebrate Christmas, or whatever. And you can explain. It doesn't mean that you have to change the way that you view anything, the way you feel, your religion, or your beliefs, to respect and share in something that somebody else believes. That's huge. Very important. It's very important to me. I hope it ends up being important to you. Okay, we're going to close with a reading from A Child's Garden of Verses by Robert Louis Stevenson. I got a message. That was pretty loud, wasn't it? Let me see what page we're on here. Looks like we're on Where Go the Boats? And it says, dark brown is the river, golden is the sand. It flows along forever with trees on either hand. Green leaves are floating, castles on the foam. Boats of mine are boating, where will all come home? On goes the river and out past the mill, away down the valley, away down the hill. Away down the river 100 miles or more, other little children shall bring my boats ashore. It's a cute little poem, huh? Let's put this bookmark back in here. And close our book up. Actually, we might just stick that on that page. That might be better. And then stick that book back over here. And I think I showed you guys the books. We got our book picked out for next time. I think we can just do The Weekend Song by Fred Rogers, Mr. Rogers. I'll be back when the week is new, and I'll bring more ideas for you, and you'll have things you'll want to do, and I will too. I'll think of you when I'm not here, 'cause thinking of people makes them seem near. The friends who know you love you cheerfully, and I do too. Grab our little card. I had two there. Maybe I can explain that to you guys. But this card says, what is the one thing you couldn't live without? Turn this back around. And what I wrote last week, I pulled that other card out. And the other card, we'll get to that later. And I almost didn't know how to write this one. So I was going to write the other one. And then I decided not to do that. I do have an answer on here. It's a lot for a Post-it note. There's a lot that I wouldn't want to live without, but don't know about couldn't. I couldn't live without air, food, water, etc. But I wouldn't want to live without my family, without you guys. It hurts and it's sad to lose people, but that's what the rest of our family is for. To help us live on after we lose someone that we didn't think we could live without. It's obviously not fun to be sad, but it's an opportunity to realize joy feels like joy because we know what sad feels like. So it would be the people that I care about, family and friends that are close. Stick this card back in there, face it out away, and that's it, guys. Remember that I'm proud of you guys for being exactly who you're supposed to be, and you're the only one that gets to decide that. And that our minds, just like our books, work better when they're open. Okay? I love you guys. I'll see you next week.